Good evening and welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do a quick update with AMP and FlexaNetwork. They have a new partnership with GK Software. I'm going to read over the announcement and go over a couple important things to know about this partnership. Flexa is incredibly excited to announce our partnership with GK Software USA, a leading payment software provider powering 10 of the top 50 retailers worldwide. Through this new integration with Flexa, merchants using GK Software's Transaction Plus solution will now be able to seamlessly accept cryptocurrency, digital currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dogecoin instantly and with zero risk of fraud. Now, I want to go into this a little bit more in depth because there does appear to be some type of alignment with SAP and GK. I'm going to go over that here in a second, but that's what this slide right here is. This is directly from their website. SAP Omnichannel POS point of sale system by GK was rated the leading solution in the latest edition of the Forrester Wave point of service. This was back in 2018. So they've been around for a while. They have 35% of the market share in Germany. They have 10% of the overall market share in Europe, 24% of the global top 50. Now, what I took this as, because the original announcement says powering 10 of the top 50 retailers, but on the website, it says 24% of the global top 50. What I would assume is if they have 10 of the top 50 retailers worldwide, that those 10 make up 24% of the overall revenue of the top 50. That's the way that I would read that. So whether it's 24% of the overall revenue or they just have 10 of the top 50 retailers, either one is great news for FlexaNetwork and AMP. Total revenue of all GK customers, 425 billion, talking about euros. And this is why I mentioned the part about SAP. SAP is a monster in the tech space. They provide so many different solutions for business operations when it comes to software services. SAP and GK together provide a superior omnichannel experience with a combination of unrivaled solutions for retailers worldwide. SAP distributes most of GK software solutions worldwide under its own brand. So they serve, I'm not going to put words in their mouth, but they essentially serve as a wholesaler or reseller of GK software. Why is that important? Because SAP is a monster, an absolute monster in the software space. They're everywhere. They have 118,000 employees on their LinkedIn page. And if you work in the tech space, you run across some type of SAP solution with whatever it is that you're selling. Right, we have to be able to integrate with SAP solutions because they have so many clients. They have so many different solutions for business operations that tons of companies use, small companies, large enterprises, everything. So this is a big deal that they essentially resell or wholesale GK software under their own brand. And I mean, because they have all the clients, revenue, resources, bandwidth, they're all over the place, all over the country, headquartered out of Germany, very big deal. Okay, now this does not technically mean that Flexa is partnered with SAP or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is how software companies scale. This is how you get into more doors, obtain more business, and market yourself to the market, right? When you're going down to sit down to try to win somebody's business, like let's say that Flexa was talking with Walmart and they were like, hey, we're already compatible with your machines. We already have the integration built out. We already have it in 10 different locations and it's been working perfectly fine. So it's battle tested. So partnerships in this space are a huge, huge deal. But to be completely honest with you, I don't believe that any of these partnerships that we're going to hear come out over the next 3 to 6 months. I'm not saying that, which ones Flexa is going to partner with. I don't know. I have my assumptions, which I've given on this channel, but I don't think any of those partnerships are still being worked out. I think they're already finalized. Stuff like this, these things have to be, you have to have trial runs. You have to make sure that the product is going to work. You have to make sure that the compatibility issues are worked out and that you have the bandwidth to be able to support their client base. So I don't think any of these partnerships are still being like talked about or worked out. I mean, these processes take months. Sometimes years, if you're talking about very large corporations implementing new software. That conversation takes a long time, and there's a lot of people involved with that. So I don't think any of the announcements that we hear over the next 3 to 6 months are things that just all of a sudden came to be. these are conversations that take a long time. So I think that they're just strategically, not speaking about FlexaNetwork specifically, I'm just talking about the other blockchain-based companies and software applications that are out there. All of those announcements, those have probably already been nailed down, right? And those have probably already been finalized. It's just a matter of when the announcement comes out. That's just my personal opinion. None of this is financial advice. So that's all I have for this video. And last thing, this is showing that they are growing. While it does say GK Software USA, GK is headquartered out of Germany, and this is showing that they're expanding their footprint, right? We saw them sign on with that large financial institution down in El Salvador, developing a footprint in South America. And now we're seeing them start to expand into Europe. So very big deal. And I'm going to continue to buy AMP. You know, never going to be discouraged about AMP's price or anything. It is a gift. It is a gift that they are, in my opinion, probably suppressing AMP's price. But the fact that it's still this cheap and this undervalued, considering all the corporate partnerships that they have and the amount of business that they've already acquired. I mean, again, what other blockchain-based application and cryptocurrency, which other ones are already being used by numerous different corporations and that already have the amount of partnerships that AMP has? Very few, if any at all. So the fact that the price is still 4 cents, 5 cents, whatever it may be, it does not bother me at all. It's a gift. It really is. So that's all I have, and not financial advice. That's all I have for this video. Thank you everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.